Hi everyone, welcome back. We're going to be watching The Umbrella Academy. Mom here.
Storm here.
Kimmy here.
So we are excited to be seeing episode 3 today.
That's
303.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Last week's episode was called World's Biggest Ball of Twine.
What a road trip.
That was
a fun road trip.
Oh, I know. 5 wanted to retire, but nope.
I like Klaus and 5 together.
Oh, yeah.
And Kim actually mentioned something during setup, which we did think about, but we didn't really pay too much mind to it because the timeline is different, as we know, and less moms gave birth in this timeline than previously. So with the Umbrella Academy in the original timeline, it was 43 moms that gave birth.
Yeah.
And now I think they said around 16. So that's a huge difference.
Sure is.
And
why is that?
And why?
Yeah.
And were they different moms? Was it like a random selection? I'm just throwing that in there now, but I don't know. So that is very peculiar, and I feel really bad for Allison with her daughter not being there.
Yes,
I know we talked about
for
that.
her.
Yeah, and I did mention that with the Sparrows actually living in their mansion and their father adopted different children because he didn't want them, which is terrible. But so many things are different. And the fact that the Umbrella Academy were never there to begin with, they wouldn't meet the same people and have the same lives. So she wouldn't have met her husband. She wouldn't have had a child with him because she wasn't there. And I am curious if they do meet up with their doppelganger, their variant, or whatever.
Yes.
Are they going to be completely different? Maybe they even have different parents. I mean, maybe the 16 in this timeline are not included in the 43. They're not 16 of the 43 before.
They changed it up completely.
So they might not even exist at
all.
all.
Yeah. Well, if they start having flagellants and getting sick and everything when they find their doppelganger, then we have to beware.
That's right.
I know, but it is fun. Like, this show is so creative, and most of the family is kind of not really together. I mean, Luther was kidnapped, and he's getting it on with Sloane.
That's right.
But I love the family getting along for the most part, and
working together.
Yeah.
So
the Sparrows,
their biggest, enemy right now are the Sparrows.
And we never really cared for them. We don't know much about them, but it seems like they're pretty, I don't want to say sadistic yet, because I think they might be. I'm just assuming, because now Sloane said her family's crazy, and they are always watching. Their billboards of, like, intimidating the public, and them, like, bullying people in a convenience store.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I don't think they're
really
I think they're criminals.
They're not really being, for protecting the public. They're almost like, you have to do this.
They were better than you, and you're lucky you have us, or something. Yeah. It kind of makes me think of The Boys with Homelander. It might be different, but like how he's just God and better than everybody.
It's similar but different, But and maybe our guys will really change their ways.
That's right. Mm-hmm. And Vanya now is Victor.
Yep.
That's right.
So that's great that he came out and he's being who he wants to be. That's important.
That's good.
And Allison, I love their relationship too, because she really supports him. And feels bad about not getting that or understanding or realizing it. And but he's like, I didn't realize that either until recently. And so that's really awesome. So shall we get into this episode?
Let's do it.
Yes.
The Umbrella Academy 303 on Netflix.
The Grandfather Paradox. It's New Jersey, 1953, and Elmer Tadelman. This could have been just another sad tale about soup, except for one thing.
You can just have them not meet your grandmother.
Then you won't be around.
Elmer completed his mission. Elmer himself was never born. So his mother was Grandfather Paradox.
Literally, I
like that.
In the Commission Handbook of Paradox Protocols.
Until now, talking
more. God help us all.
Oh my God.
This little sparrow handbag.
I believe in magic. He's just so happy that he had sex.
Or sex. Which is
The guy gonna disappear? Hopefully he doesn't.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Oh, the guy next to him. You saw the splash? Because the Umbrella Academy isn't part of the timeline. They're not affected.
He's gonna keep us. Thank you. I don't have to pay you.
Now is not the time to be doing karate, okay?
Yeah, well, Mom said I need to practice.
Yeah, well, she's not wrong. You're very bad.
Yeah, well, I saved her pathetic.
A feeling. Aren't you retired?
I want nothing more.
You know, you can't keep
That's it. I'm telling your mom.
Ooh.
Wait, where's Lila?
Hey, quick question.
Do none of
Okay.
these bastards care about it?
Absolutely.
Always very steady, buddy. Little late for a meeting, pal. I was outstanding. I really think we got these guys all wrong.
GPS chip. I didn't.
Watch, he's gonna have some.
Says the guy.
It was the win.
Yeah, sure. With his stick.
What are you doing in here?
Oh, she can do his whole thing. She can copy his power.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that.
No.
No! No!
Whoa. Yeah.
Whoa.
Boy.
VO5.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
I don't trust her.
Absolutely not.
And then we try mine.
Same exact thing.
This can't be. The odds of one of them.
Shit.
When I was your age, I was up at dawn. Lila. What's more important than us?
There is no us, Diego.
Just the fact that she just leaves him there.
Many as many people.
Way more than you thought.
Little do they know it's starting right from their own place.
What if we just told the truth?
Yeah, some kind of protection.
I have protection.
Yeah.
That's pretty sure.
Nice try, Stockholm.
The Umbrella Academy.
Oh, so they think they're doing it.
Number 2. First Marcus.
It actually hurts her.
Say that again.
Just go up the ranks.
Think about it. You, me, focus, Faye.
That's all.
They're not even going to pay attention. They're not going to go downstairs.
Sparrow Academy is all ours.
See how they argue. They argue amongst each
Just
other.
snorkel?
my calls. No.
Good man.
Oh, is he finding out where the kids are?
Lester.
Shugels.
That was good.
Whatever.
No, that's.
I don't think this is the right
There's
card to
a
play.
lot more going on. A dog, a few lobsters,
And people.
but also people.
That's right.
I know it sounds.
His outfit. Super sweet. They at the spa.
Since when do you have a hair trigger? You're usually the calm and cool one.
Yeah, and look how well that worked out for me. My tiny badass brother.
Okay, well, I need the briefcase too.
If they only knew they had it.
Watch your mouth.
Stop trying to get rid of me. Everyone tries to do that.
Maybe just try being less annoying.
Oh my God, you're bad at this.
Get out of here.
Oh my God.
So stupid.
Can't even go to the movies.
I'm so good.
Did you do it? How did you get in here? You're the drunk one, aren't you?
No, I'm Klaus. I'm the spiritual one.
He's like abused by them?
Gonna move on.
Whoa, it's so different.
Yeah.
Don't make me get Christopher.
It's not him. Uh-oh, he's like, maybe it's not
I
you.
don't know.
He can sense.
Yeah, I did not expect that.
Mhm.
If they left the briefcase behind, Grace will know. Yeah, whatever.
You gonna try to touch it?
He's like,
He's gonna
Be
go
careful,
next.
number 2. You don't want to disturb his slumber.
So they brought it with them.
It's those pasty knees.
Yeah, well, we could all stand to be shown a little less skin these days.
For you.
She's loving it. Oh,
Crazy people.
And your entire family stood by while that greasy Swede put a cap in the woman who raised me.
That's good advice.
What do you know? You spent decades shagging a mannequin.
Do not talk about the law.
It'll take a few times.
Parenting thing, Dan. Right? The trick is
Sure you
to
do.
get a little trust, and everything falls into place. Now, I've been working on you and me to show them who's boss.
Oh, I don't like these two together.
You know,
boy.
busting heads. Oh, Jesus, Luther, line
This
over.
is all one big misunderstanding.
Oh no, he
Oh,
thinks
say
they're
no.
all
Just behave ourselves for once. Then we can all work together.
dancing.
What's my job here and how much you pay him?
Oh my goodness.
Your job is this.
The Dunkin' Donuts, and they're open all night. It's 3 a.m. Nobody's switching out those giant empty barrels of fudge rip. Yeah, I do.
Oh, no. That's against the rules. I have to take them every day.
All you have to do is just pop. Tooth.
It'll come in handy, hopefully.
It's actually
Oh, he's so happy.
He's like, wow. It's the nicest thing.
He's checking his digestion.
Okay.
Why change it, you know?
Yeah, maybe it was too intense. I don't know.
Hey, why do you hate tiny sandwiches?
Luther wants to throw you a big stupid party.
He's so happy. Oblivion?
Oblivion.
Oblivion.
No.
Oh, don't touch
No.
Oh,
Wow,
know,
she's
she's
really
thinking
connecting with it.
no, don't go near.
it. Don't touch.
Garlic is for winners. Enough foreplay! Power up, shithead.
I hate you so much.
Oh no. That's sad.
Shut up and just look.
Uh-oh.
But they don't have to
All those innocent bystanders.
and they know what happened.
Christopher.
We're glad to be here.
Where are the rest of you?
What are you taking attendance? They'll be here.
Where's the briefcase?
Where's our brother?
No.
Oh, no, Stan.
Oh, no.
No, honey. Oh. Holy shit.
Let me stop them. Oh, gee,
No way.
oh my goodness.
No way. You're not even checking on Sloan. They just told-
Wow. Didn't expect that.
Wow. Hey.
That would make sense with the age.
What?
Heartless.
That's so cool.
Well,
Yeah.
no, he had those powers before.
Wow.
Wow.
And then he has all those sandwiches and everything, checking his gut, like.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to know more
Yeah,
about his
he
power.
wanted
That was
those,
insane.
white
That
noise.
was, my God.
That was
Wow.
insane. I was like, we're gonna know him, but I didn't. I couldn't place it.
That's
so.
right, and
Yeah.
it's the age that makes sense.
Wow.
Yeah.
He'd be that
Jeez,
old.
Wow, huh?
There's nothing changed with him.
That's right.
Yeah. So we know he had powers last season,
Right.
and we weren't sure like exactly what they were. We saw a little bit of it at the end there, and he made that. He was in the barn, and
Yes.
but
It was probably from Victor doing that, so it didn't affect him because he didn't have a mother. Like he was born into the powers, right?
Yeah, he wasn't born
gave
into
her,
it.
he gave him the powers. So.
And again, we mentioned in the beginning of this season with that woman right from the start, that younger woman, gosh, like she was so young.
Mm-hmm.
And when we saw those like sparkles or those little like, little glowy orbs
things,
going into her. So it looks similar to how Vanya at the time, when she put that into him trying to save him.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, and it must have been so powerful. I mean, apparently, my God, he just took down almost half the Sparrow team.
Mm-hmm. I mean, killed. They had to be dead. They just burned. Their eyes
I'm
were burned
surprised,
out.
actually, that Christopher survived, because it looked like he powered down, but just enough to get...
I'm kind of thinking that Christopher's probably the most powerful, and normal people in the way would get killed, like flesh and bone, but he wasn't, so he survived it. And the other two, because they fell down or something, that they weren't in.
They went down in time, because when Harlan did that blow, it was pretty it was pretty straight on. It wasn't like a radius of, power, so they survived. But man,
can you imagine overthinking it because it's fun? Or theorizing things, but can you imagine at the time when Vanya, breathed her power into Harlan, like that actually, now they're in a paradox, but like that actually started the whole thing, and now there's like some kind of spark that, I don't know how it selects people to give birth, but I just feel like that's related, because it's the same kind of...
it could very well be, yeah. It could very well be.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to see Harlan back and that he's looking for Victor. It seems like
and
he was
helped
looking for that.
immensely. He knew that they were in danger, went there, was following them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Allison saw him and started following him after the cafe. She took off and tried to follow him. She didn't know who he was at the time.
Yeah.
And she doesn't know him anyway, but... as a child.
I'm curious on how, why he would go this far to find them and to help them, but maybe, there's a lot that he understands and went through initially. Maybe he's part of the commission now too. Maybe he knows that things are awry and he has to help.
Maybe.
I don't know. But it is fun seeing Lila and Five working together. They're fun.
Love it.
They are. They're really
Oh my God. But they did work together and they ended up at the commission. It was snowing, so I just thought there were ruins behind them.
Was it the Ice Age?
Yeah, thank goodness. So hopefully they could figure it out, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of bad things going on at the commission too. They're probably going all crazy there as well. And the briefcases aren't working normally, and it's 1 in a million or something for one, and then you have two. So
now you have two that don't work.
Grandfather paradox. I love that explanation too.
That was really smart.
It was well explained, made sense. It was really funny
perfect. You just can't have that happen, but apparently they're in it. And they brought that wonderful godlike thing into Grace. It's God.
And Grace, I like how complex she is, but I'm just amazed on how emotional she is and how attached she is to this paradox, to this God
big
entity,
time.
where she's really captured by it and just emotional about it,
Right. And how Reginald is, he's completely under, he has to do whatever those kids tell him to do now.
I actually feel bad for him.
I do too. And I mean, he is helpless. He has to take his pills. He has to do what they say, or else sign over everything.
Yeah.
I mean, they were terrible to him. Now those two kids are gone. But so other two kids are going to have to take over, or maybe they won't. I don't know.
Well, they seem pretty evil. Not the whole group, but the first two. So, I mean, Ben and the Raven lady. So I'm kind of I think it's going to get way worse now because they're just selfish about each other anyways. They ran and left Sloane, their sister, there.
Yes.
They don't even acknowledge any of that. And even when they found out Marcus died, they're like, oh, okay. And they just move on.
And I think that's how they are with all of them together. I mean, even the two kids that went to see Dad, I mean, they were not very nice.
Yeah, they didn't care at all about him.
No, and so that's the difference. But, our group, when they first got together, they argued a lot
Oh,
too.
sure they did. Yeah.
So
they had a lot of emotional baggage, though, and I mean,
they did.
Understandably
Right, they had their own stuff going on because of how Dad treated them.
Yeah,
but now that
and
Dad's
these kids,
this is not in the equation. Dad's not treating him like that. They're treating Dad.
Yeah, and they're extremely selfish. Definitely. They only care about each other.
Yeah, and they don't care about Grace either.
No,
they only went down the basement not to hear what Grace said. Oh, Marcus is gone.
I mean,
check the basement.
You hear
God's down there. They go down there to get the briefcase.
Yeah, and even if she does like glitch now and again, I mean, here you're number one, if anything. Your brother's missing. And they're mad at the Umbrella Academy. It shows like how bad they are at their job because they're so like narrow-minded on thinking that Grace comes up and randomly says, "Oh, God took him away or chose him. He's in the basement," and they don't even acknowledge any of that and just let it go. And I'm like, yeah,
because
that's
they're
terrible.
cool with him being gone, and then Ben or Faye can be number one.
Yeah.
And they're vying for number one. Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, it is funny, too, because it's different, though, with the Umbrella Academy. No one knew that Luther was gone. So that was funny, but they seriously... I mean, I'm defending that. Maybe it's not right, but, they probably just thought he was just roaming around doing his thing.
Yeah, roaming around.
That's happened last
there's a lot of
season,
crap
too.
going on, too.
It sure is.
Yeah,
there really is. I mean, Diego's busy with his son. He's being this great father figure to him. But they all have their own stuff going on. So, 1 or 2 days missing Luther. Oh, sorry.
I know, and he's so in love. It's adorable.
Oh,
so
I know. Doing that mix. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I had to put in Dancing in the Ceiling.
Yeah, and I know, right? Ooh, we're going to do that one now. Now, I have to say that I do like Luther and Diego together. I mentioned during the reaction that I'm like, I don't like them together just because they don't always think things through, and a lot of chaos happens around them, trying to put it nicely. So I was afraid that they would do something stupid together and cause things that are going to make things more complicated, but maybe not.
Maybe not, but you're right to say that because Luther thought the whole Sparrow gang was great. I mean, they fed him. He had no idea they were being sarcastic to him. No idea. Yeah, he is oblivious.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, I really wanted to like tie this up or whatever," and he's like, "Oh, we have Marcus right now. Oh man, like, I just want to get back to Sloane. Like nothing else matters."
At least she's genuine, though.
Yes,
yeah, I
at
like
least
her.
she's genuine. She kept telling him to run at the last minute.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah.
And going to Allison now, what do you think about her being so brash? Like just going out there being different than how
I
she's
don't
like
like
things.
I think we should have listened to Victor.
She should.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm thinking that too because I get trying a different approach, and she's going through a lot right now with Claire being gone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping they can change the timeline, but I don't think she's handling it correctly. But they already know, which is good, that they don't have Marcus, but they might, like the Sparrows might be blaming, because Ben can't help himself where everything's about the Umbrella Academy.
Oh, I'll just blame everything on them.
Yeah.
It's funny how this godlike creature came with them. Maybe they did it on purpose. And of course it went to the academy, to the Umbrella Academy's home. Their original home is their home. So, and the briefcase wasn't there, so he lied too. He didn't bring it because he didn't have it.
Yeah.
That's true.
And then Allison and Victor didn't know that they already had the briefcase. Well, kind of, sort of. Mm-hmm. Five and Lila have it.
I love Five. Five is definitely my favorite character. I mean, they're all great.
I love him drinking coffee, and everyone else is drinking
alcohol.
alcohol, and he's drinking this coffee.
I know, because he's actually older than everyone else, and that's what's so funny. He does such a good job at portraying that, because he's like supposed to be in his 50s or something, right? And he's like this little kid, and I love it. Just great acting.
And he got rid of the old suit, his old suit, and now he has a new suit.
I love that when him and Lila are like working on like syncing up or whatever to like charge up the briefcase, and they're like, I hate you, like the simplest like forms of insult just to get it out again. Yeah, it's a very good show. And one last thing with Christopher, I want to know, like, I don't really want to know, but I am curious on if he was born that way, because that would suck to give birth to a cube.
I'd like
Unless
a
he's a
C-section
little
for that,
cube.
please. Sign me up for that.
Oh my God, can you imagine? It's like boxed in. But I'm curious if he'll be revealed on what he's like. Yeah. And Faye, her ravens disappeared, right? Like, apparently they caused a lot of pain when Ben grabbed it. threatening her.
Yes.
And then Harlan actually like destroyed a lot of them, and she was in pain, but she was still alive. So I'm curious what that did to her, if it was permanent or not. Ooh, good show, guys.
And I loved Klaus talking to Reggie.
I love that too.
That
Reggie.
That was really good.
I like that, Reggie. Yeah. And he said he's warming up to him. Reggie said that.
Yeah.
So that's a
And
big
that was
deal.
huge because the father that he knows wasn't even, acknowledging him. He was always insulting them and hated them.
And it shows you how people can really change, because with Ben, I mean, he was such a good guy before, and look at he's evil here.
Yeah.
We have the wallpaper, the picture up on Netflix right now of the sparrows. But yeah, so not good. Can't wait to watch the next episode, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and we'll see you very soon as always. Bye, guys.
Bye.